What is going on? Alex O Crypto here. Shout it to you guys. Shout it to the other gang here on this beautiful, beautiful Turkey Day. How you all doing? Jeet Corp in the chat. Bedridden. I hope that's right. Bedridden or bedridden or however you want to say it. Lunar Beaches Crypto in the chat. How we all doing, man? It's Thanksgiving here in Canada. So today is a holiday for me. That's why we're late. That's why we slept in. And that's why we're coming to you now live with the dumpage. Now, what's going on? Hope you're all having a great day. We could be looking at a possible bounce coming up. Lots of volatility in this market. Looks like markets want to push down. We can see that there is some pretty ugly stuff going around the world right now, right? Pretty ugly stuff going around the world, which is not good. We don't like to see that kind of thing. That's such is life. Such is life. But, you know, being caught in the middle of it for these people is not a good thing. This global crisis is not good, but hey, we got to be grateful for the lives we do have and to not be caught up in such a dramatic event happening in the world right now. So, hope you're all doing well. We out here. Everybody, thank you for smashing up the like button, joining us here. We're going to just do a quick top-down analysis for you guys quickly today, and then we're going back to celebrate our beautiful holiday. So hope you're all doing well. Let's jump into it as we speak. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for smashing up the like buttons and supporting this channel. I appreciate every single one of you guys. So let's get into the Bitcoin price. All right, so what are we looking at here? So we've gotten a dump, okay? We got it in a dump. I'm actually looking for a long down at this point of control, 27.2 area. So if we fail to get up here or get through here, I look for a bounce from here. We got some signals to go through just to make sure that you guys are all informed. We also have the same levels that were given in our Discord. So join us in the free Discord. Link is in the description. It's all free. We give you the setups. We give you the levels. Just trying to help you guys remain profitable. So you can see here's all the levels. They're all given in advance. So make sure to join us there. Now going through, what can we see here? Well, we've gotten the dump due to this very, very devastating news going around the world. So I hope friends and family of all yours are safe. But what can you do about it? All that we can do as traders is analyze the charts and prepare for the worst. So what are we expecting? We're expecting downside naturally because the S&P 500, yes, it has gotten rejected and we had this rally up, but we're looking for this to turn over. The dollar index remains to hold high on the top side here. You can see it's just bouncing around these two resistances between 107 and 105. So we look for that to stay within that range, which is pretty high for the dollar, which means downward price action for assets. Okay, so I think there was a pump in gold today, which means people are fleeing to safety. Okay, people are fleeing to safety, and Bitcoin has held up a lot better than the rest of the market. You can see on the right hand side of my screen here that everything is typically down around 4, 5, 6%. You go over to the crypto heat map here and you can simply see that everything is taking a beating. Okay, everything is taking a beating, which means downside. So we prepare for the worst. Bitcoin is holding up better than most of the market as it typically does, and you can see that transpire over in the Bitcoin dominance as Bitcoin dominance is rising. So people are fleeing to safety in Bitcoin in the crypto market. So you can see they're simply fleeing over here. So we're going to do a top-down analysis on Bitcoin for you guys today, just so that you guys have a good idea of where we could be going and what I'm thinking in order to trade for this coming week. Now, one thing to bring to your attention is that we have news coming out this week that's very important. Come Wednesday and Thursday, we have the FOMC minutes and PPI on Wednesday, and then inflation. Okay, inflation is very important. It will be volatile on Thursday, and that's right in the morning. We will go live and keep you guys updated and try to catch some nice moves possibly during these news events. Also, the CME FedWatch tool has gone back up, so you can see that they're not looking to hike as much. This was down at 70% as of last week. Now we're back up to 86%, so that is looking pretty safe for the interest rates. Okay, so we'll continue to watch that as well. Now pulling up my screen here on Bitcoin, we can simply see that we have some levels of support and resistance, but I wanted to talk about the weekly as we got the weekly print yesterday. So going into the weekly print, we can simply see that we have moved up here on this beautiful momentum wave to the upside here, and we've slowly gotten a little bit of VWAP rejection. Okay, so this is something to watch, that we're not coming dramatically straight up here, and we are looking for a little bit of posturing to the downside. So we need to be prepared for that if we do get a move down. We have a doji candle that printed, so that means there's indecision in the market. Okay, also keep note that there is a head and shoulders pattern here forming that could bring us to the downside if we do get rejected, which it looks like we are currently due to the news events. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. Now the 5, the 4, and the 3 day were all looking bullish to me as of last week, but now they seem to be curling back over and pushing to the downside. Okay, so this is something to watch. Now that the 5 day, the money flow is the key to watch here on the 5 day. Let's zoom into that. So you can see the money flow here is curving over, so this will be a longer indication of which way the market wants to go. Same with the stochastics, very, very overbought, looking to point to the downside. So we're going to be watching that as well. Now, when we get into the 3 day, we can see that the momentum wave is still strong, but the posturing of the VWAP is to the downside. Okay, so we need to be aware of that as well. Now, we have come up to a key level of resistance. When looking over this giant, beautiful head and shoulders that is slowly forming, we can see that we've come up to this key trend line and flipped it to support, but now we're trading underneath it. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. We have failed to get above it. We can also say that we are making new market structure when flipping over to the daily. Now the daily is what's interesting to me. We can see that we were moving downside in this typical pattern to the downside here, and now we are moving back up. But can we see a lower low put in order to continue up? So there is a possibility that market structure is strong right now, and we could be looking just for a retracement down and a possible long to the upside. So that's something I'm preparing for right now. I'm currently looking for a bounce from around the 27,200 area. Okay, so I'll be watching that as the day progresses with this little dump that we're getting right now. This could transpire to be a lot bigger. Okay, now for me, when I pull up my moving averages, we got a silver cross here, which means that the 21 has crossed over the 9. So it's looking to support it, okay? Or the 55 here, the 55. So we're looking for this to hold. Where is this coming in at? This is coming in right at 27,162. So for me, that's a key level for us to hold now that the posturing is to the upside for the EMA, okay? Also, if you just want to go by support and resistance, you can simply see that this has been a key level to get through. Okay, so we've blasted through this level and worked our way to the upside now. Look, we're coming to challenge it as we speak. So this should be interesting within the next couple hours to see if we do get a bounce from here. If we do get a bounce, I could see possible upside transpiring, but obviously with the news that has come out over the past week with this global crisis, we are looking for price to continue its way downwards. Okay, so that's something we need to be prepared for in the next coming week or so with all this drama. Also, with all the news and all the drama going on in the world, we need to be prepared for this, you know. But we do have to find our technical levels and look to trade them. So with the daily here, we are getting a red dot printing and oversold. Okay, so this is what I noticed. So over the weekend, we continued sideways here, and then we turned down here. And the VWAP has crossed over the 0 line. Money flow continued in the green, but now it's looking to cross back over. Okay, so this to me looks very bearish, in my opinion, for the price to continue its way downwards. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, for me, the bear case is such as this. Okay, so we pull up the bear case here, and we have a must-hold level, and that's around 24,900. If it holds this level, I think we're in good nick. Okay, if not, then we look to continue to the downside. And there's many bounce levels that we'll get into if we work our way down to these levels. So we need to be prepared for that, so make sure that you are ready. Now, with this local range, we can pull up the local range here, and we can see that we have a point of control that we're actually coming down to test right now, right, which is also around this 27,161 area. So this can be great confluence into looking for a long. So we'll be waiting for that to come to us in the short-term time frames, and hopefully it does. Okay. Now, as we flip down, we can see we're getting the red dot. It hasn't printed yet, but money flow is still in the green, but it's very tight. It's looking to curl over, okay? VWAP's pulling it down, and the momentum waves are seeming to follow. So we will be watching that as the week progresses, okay? It's only Monday. Happy Turkey Day to every single one of you guys. It is Thanksgiving here in Canada, so we are having a little bit of a holiday. That's why we're coming to you a little bit late today on the live stream just to keep you updated with a quick Bitcoin update live stream. Okay, so we are pushing down here. My long position is such as this, that I am looking for us to come down to this level, get a little bit of a bullish divergence, and continue our way to the upside, okay? But if we do not, we will look to lose these levels, and we have some key support below us, okay? We can pull the golden pocket down from below here, and we can see that we have some confluence within this area down here, which is around 26,900, 27,000. Bear with me, my nose is running. Okay, coming back. We can see that the price is pushing down here. Momentum waves are to the downside. Money flow is very thick in the green, okay? So we want to see this cool down and work its way downwards. But then we have the possibility for a bounce here. Yes, we have the posturing of these momentum waves to the downside. We can see it's just a continuation downside pattern. We haven't had that real good retracement to have that healthy market structure to the downside and then to continue its way up, okay? We can see this. We haven't really gotten that nice bounce pattern to the upside for us to continue here. So we're going to be looking for that in these next coming hours / day or two, okay? So that's what I'm looking for right now, is to come down to these areas, put in some sort of bullish divergence where we can look to fire off along and continue the trend upwards, okay? And if we get that, we can look for higher prices above us here. So what are the higher prices? It's pretty simple. We have golden pockets. We have Fibonacci retracements. Make sure to add these to your charts and save them so that you guys are informed as we work our way up here. I've put this all together so you guys don't have to. And just add it to your charts. You can add horizontals wherever you think price will have a reaction and hopefully have some sort of opportunity to jump into a trade. Okay, so keep your eye on the prize. Those are kind of our levels that we're looking at from here. Now, the trade setup is as this. We're looking for a lower low with bullish divergences here and a continuation of this uptrend. The trend is your friend until the end, right? So we want to try and catch this move to the upside, and I would like to see the market come up and grab liquidity around here, okay? If it doesn't, okay, and we do head down, we look for this head and shoulders pattern to be put in, and that's a very scary opportunity because that means that we could be possibly going down to 20,000, which is something to be aware of, okay? It's something to be aware of, but we're going to trade the shorter term time frames and hopefully get into a position where we can let the trade ride for a longer period of time during this very volatile week, okay? That's what I'm preparing for right now. So going down into the 4 hour, okay? 4 hour here is looking very oversold. That being said, if we get to this key level, this point of control here, we could be looking for a bounce, okay? With all this news, it's very, very scary what's going on in the world, but the markets, when we got the scary news before, during COVID, we had a very V-shaped recovery, okay? So we could get the scare and then the V-shaped recovery, depending on how bad it really gets. So we'll have to be prepared for that, and make sure you're using good risk management and practicing a strong mindset when trading these levels, because it's very difficult catching falling knives and all those sort of things with trading, where we need to overall just protect ourselves, okay? So the 4 hour is becoming very oversold. Okay, money flow is curling down. Same with the posturing to the downside on the stochastics. Okay, so we need to be aware of that as well. Now you can see on the 3 hour and the 2 hour, it's extremely oversold, which means that I am looking for a general bounce right now. We can see we would like to see that if we're looking for a continuation to the downside, right? So we don't want to see it just go directly down right away, but we want to see a bounce, which it looks like we're almost getting right now. So I can pull up fib here. I can pull up swing high to swing low, and it could be off of the 786 here. But for me, I'm more cautious right now. I would like to see it come down to these levels down here and then possibly continue up from there. We have nice support down below here. We can see we had multiple wicks down below here last week, right? And we had the wick here from the news last week. So this point of control, this level right here, is going to be our key level of support going forward. And that's where I'm looking for a possible long, okay? So I'm just being patient right now and enjoying my Thanksgiving and trying to get you guys this update video. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking. We'll be watching the charts in the Discord live here, trying to help you guys remain profitable, but definitely watching these levels below. We are getting the push down. The Dixie is pushing up. The S&P is actually holding pretty strong, which is pretty awesome to see, considering look at the rest of the market. We go over to Ethereum, it's dying. We go over to Matic, it's dying. We go over to XRP, it's dying. Atom, TRB, you name it, it's to the downside quite dramatically in comparison to the Bitcoin price. Okay, so Bitcoin is holding up, but how long is the uncertainty right now? If anything, we would look for the retrace here where we get this little bounce, and then wherever this point is where we look to take the short, and that would be the possible setup just to go along with whenever the price continues there. This guy is on whatever. Happy, not the real Thanksgiving. All I want to hear is entries. Sorry I'm late. What's going on? Bond market closed today, so expect more volatility tomorrow through Friday. Yeah, so that's the thing. We are having our turkey fake Thanksgiving here in Canada, so we are looking for the long from the point of control here, right, to the top, and then we are looking for the short from the retrace of, depending on where this comes down from, we will pull our golden pocket from here to wherever this pulls down from, and we will look for that bounce from there. Or we can pull it from the top here, and we can pull it to wherever the bottom comes in down here, and that's where we look for the short position trade. Okay, also if you want to pull volume across, you can see that there's two very key volumes within this range. The one above us here around 27,900, and then the one below us here that we're currently trading at right now and possibly falling out of. Okay, so for me, I'm sitting on my hands right now waiting for price to come to me. I want to congratulate everybody in the Discord and in this channel. David, multiple wins. Ace, multiple wins. Okay, look at you guys. You guys are killing it. Look at Ace filling up the screen, 35%, 100%. Nick out here, 9%. Ace with all the trading. Good job, brother. Amazing work here. We got David with all the trades here, crushing it as well. So congratulations to you guys for trading over the weekend. I wasn't able to be on the charts. I was too busy golfing. But awesome work, guys. It's very, very good to see. Is the Canadian Thanksgiving about taking everything from the Indians too? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you for your corn, man. Yeah, it is what it is, man. But it's a time to be grateful. It's a time to give thanks. And it's a time to smash that like button. So thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. It's just a quick update. I'll be here live tomorrow morning, usual time, between 8 and 9:30, somewhere around then. And I'll get you that update that you so much crave. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know it's just a quick one, but today is a holiday. So I'm going to enjoy this life of freedom that we all are pursuing here in day trading. So that's why we get to enjoy days like this. So thank you guys so much for your support. I will see you guys soon. Maybe I'll just jump in David's car, or maybe I'll just hang out with the otters today. But nonetheless, very grateful for every single one of you. Thank you guys for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.